The Lanza can be described as an essential part in Chamorro society during the time of Spanish colonization of Guam in ancient times, the Japanese occupation during World War II, and the American modernization in the 20th century. As the influence of the Spanish, the Japanese, and the American culture overshadowed the culture of the Chamorros, much of the beliefs and values of the Chamorros begins to change. With many influences on Guam, the Lanza became a safe haven for many Chamorros to get away from the influence from the Spanish in ancient times and today from the American influence. The Lanza was a place where Chamorros could truly be themselves, preserving their beliefs and values. Mrs. Solis, or Marilyn Solis, gives us an insight to the significance of a ranch.
What does the ranch or your ranch mean to you?
What is a ranch? It's a haven for rest and is a haven to do whatever we want and put down crops. Of course, land ownership is important. So it becomes our recreational spot and also our place for farming and just sustaining and putting down things that we like to eat.
How do you think it's changed from before till now?
Okay, I can think about my father and mother's time because they already had a lensu, and their lensu was away from their home. So it was like they lived in Agana Heights, and their lensu. Okay, I'm gonna go way back.
Okay.
So my mother's raised in Agutnya before the war, and her lensu is Agana Heights. They have a piece of property there. So the family leaves the Agutnya village, which is more Spanish influenced, and they go up to Agana Heights to their ranch, which has probably a tin home or thatch, and they have the barbecue, and they can be Chamorro, right? They can act Chamorro. They can nobody minds their business, right? And they raise their kids in culture at the ranch. That's my mom's time. My father's time is he's coming from Pidi, Sumai. So again, he's living in the same area, but his ranch is not too far away from where his home is. Now then, my father and mother have children, and this is the next generation. They take us from Agana Heights, because that's where we live now, to a ranch, which is in Dedido, Isengsung area, near NCS. So I remember being loaded up in the car and being taken there a long way from Agana Heights when you're only like 7 years old. So as a young child, I'm going to Isengsung Dedido to ranch. And then there we have a thatch home, we have a tin home. And the best thing is coconut candy at the end of the day. So we learn how to continue our cultural traditions of farming, of getting together with our family, of having very little at the ranch.
Marilyn gives us a tour of her ranch. As time goes by, we get further and further away from modern society and closer to how life was when times were simple.
I take it one step up till you're high with me. You gotta know your culture and ride with me. You see, it's all for one and it's one for all. So all my brothers and sisters, my family standing tall. I take it one step up till you're high with me. You gotta know your culture and ride with me. We must spread the love when you step outside and keep the family first and have the time of your life. Yeah, the family, the family, the family.
Opportunity came when somebody was going to sell this, and I bought it by myself and with no partner. I thought, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this 3 acres?
So you were single when you got this?
Yep. And when I was single, I stayed on this side. And I didn't know the extent of the land until Ancito Walter came into my life. And then he started saying, let's propagate, let's do things. And we started opening up. But I'll show you where the first banana patch was. Then we were able to propagate it and put it all over the place. There were many bamboo trees in this land. We were able to put the bamboo, keep some, and then get rid of some. But at the same time, it wasn't just chopping down. It was asking the respect to the people of the land. The Tautomona is, I needed to ask permission to cut down those bamboo trees. In the south, the bamboo tree is where the Tautomonas live. Okay, different from other places, the banyan tree is where the Tatamona lives, or the Nunu. So here I had to ask permission to cut down and just nicely say, Guala Zenguelo, I would like to cut this patch of bamboo trees down, and in its place we will put bananas. And so this is why the bananas are here today. We are giving people, both of us, Ancito with his Chugi's Society and me with my Chamorro group, so and others. So we just first give it away, and because there were so many, we decided to take it to market. So we go to stores and sell there. So we already are consistently giving to some stores.
Marilyn Salas uses her lanza as a place to get away from the sights and sounds of modern Guam. Deeply rooted in the Chamorro culture, the lanza is a place in which she can communicate with ancestral spirits and spirits of nature, respectfully asking permission from the ancestral spirits to cultivate her land and giving thanks to nature for giving her good crops, such as bananas, mangoes, breadfruit, and ginger. Marilyn Salas also viewed the lanza as being a way to provide food on the table for those with no jobs, which you did not have to buy food, but rather depend on the lanza for a person's well-being and being a sustainable economy, selling the fresh produce and vegetables grown on her lanza. We can see that through the many years, the lanza has played a role in the sustainability, health, and preservation of culture to the Chamorros. As years go by, although people change, the significance of the ranch stays the same. It's like what Marilyn Salas says, the lanza will always remain a home away from home.
My name is Ben Menu from Inalahan. Tau Inalan. Don't say Inarahan, okay? Inalahan.
Inalahan.
And the word Inalahan, when the sun rises, it starts from the east. That's why it's Ina. Ina like